As a source material for that film, I used The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Il Buono, Il Brutto, Il Cattivo by Sergio Leone, made in 1964. Basically what I do, I get a film print from somewhere. In that case, it was supposed to be destroyed by some cinematheque, and I had to promise not to reveal where it came from, so I will not reveal where it came from. And then I transfer the material to a DVD, and I watch the film over and over and over again. Don't take them, stand away. I will use it again, sorry. Okay. Well, I could lay it down. And I watched the films about 50 times, and about that time, thank you very much, the original story starts to crumble. You don't see the story anymore, but you see the single sequences and the single shots, and you set up something like a diary or like a lexicon or like a vocabulary to create a new story. This is what I mean by looking it over and over and over again and learning by heart. And he's being introduced as what I call the universal watcher. He's a stand-in for us as an audience looking through some optical instrument, in that case a telescope, which equals somehow the camera, of course, and the projector. In negative, because negative is something like a hidden underground of cinema. And what he sees is, through his telescope, is our main actor, Tuco, which we don't know by now. This is the effect of CinemaScope. To create that sequence, I used a maybe we should start again. Okay, yeah. We are going backwards. Okay, that gives me the chance to explain my working process before I go into detail. What I do in my darkroom is the following. I sit in front of a table which has the size of a meter, approximately a meter, and on that table lies a cardboard. A cardboard with a length of 1 meter. I know I'm giving the people in the last row a hard time, but so I'm 1 meter with a cardboard and several pairs of nails. What you see here, these little lines are supposed to be nails. And on top of that, on top of that cardboard with the nails, I lay 1 meter of unexposed raw footage. About that length, which equals, or which has 50 film frames, and that equals 2 seconds of projection time. So here we have the cardboard, and here we have the film strip, the unexposed film strip, and on top of that film strip, I lay my found footage. Whatever I want to copy. And then I need a light source. And I use different light sources. In a case like that, I use a photographic enlarger, but just as a light source. Everything clear so far? Feel free to interrupt me whenever you want to. Just wave with your hand. There's enough light, I see you. Okay, so there's the first question. Very specific material. The gentleman asked me which kind of filmic material I use. Autochromatic material, which allows me to work with a little bit of red light in the darkroom. I have to see what I'm doing. A photographic material, quite expensive, and black and white. Here's a free chair if you want to sit here. Well, on top of the unexposed orthochromatic material, I lay the found footage and then the light. In that case, I used tiny little masks, basically just black leader with a hole punched into it. And I used, as a hole puncher, I used how do you call it? Not an office hole puncher, but to make holes in leather belts, cluck, which is a circle. So now we see what cinemascope does to a circle. This is the cinemascope effect. For those of you who don't know, a cinemascope is a cinemascope camera has a special lens which squeezes everything. So if you look at the cinemascope strip, everything is squeezed. And when you put it in the projector, up here we have another special lens without the changing of the special lens, which expands everything. So this is the cinemascope effect. And now we see the gathering, what I call the gathering of the main of some of the actors. Too late. But here you see the remains from that belt hole maker. Extremely analog, extremely material.